I want to talk a little bit about data silos and data integrity within applications. When we think of a silo, we think of this cordoned off space, like, for example, a missile silo, or a place that isolates and keeps something separate from other things. And when we think of our data being in silos, we obviously have similar concepts such as on Spotify and YouTube and places like that, where you build up some type of a brand or some preferences. You've generated some data and you've managed to get it stuck. And it's in these places where you don't actually have the ability to move it. It's isolated. So, for example, if I create a YouTube channel, such as the one on which I'm going to upload this video, at least for a time, and I then want to be able to keep all of the people that I've attracted on this platform and move my brand, my network, my people, my work, the things I've done, the things I've shared, over to another network or platform or system or user interface, a way for people to actually consume the things that I've created. That's a very difficult thing on YouTube and on some other platforms. So a data silo is when you have your work or some information you have about yourself and you've managed to get it stuck somewhere. And people don't usually like that very much. There are digital technologies that exist where your data is not siloed. If you think about the files that you actually have on your computer, like in your documents folder, that data is not siloed. And the reason why is because I can use my documents folder. I can access that when I go to upload my file in a design application like Photoshop. I can also upload that file to a video sharing platform like YouTube. But the data itself, the document that I have, it moves around with me wherever I go to different applications and systems that I want to use. And it does so in a way that allows me to use that data how I want. There are structures and systems and standards in place that allow me to use my documents and photos in a way that I can, applications have to plug into and ask for my permission to use them. My emails, at least in the traditional way that email has been architected in the past, are not siloed either. You are at a domain when you have your email, but I can use Apple Mail to access my Gmail account, or I can use Outlook, Microsoft Outlook, or I can use Google's mail client, or even a thing called Mozilla Thunderbird, which non-technical people probably haven't heard about, but it's another mail client out there. And that means that there are different ways for different apps to plug into my same email, my same data. It's not in a silo. I can move freely between different email apps. I can move freely between different web browsers. But when I have all my friends on Facebook, or when I have all my videos up on YouTube, I don't have that same freedom. My data is in a silo. I'm stuck. All those songs that I liked on Spotify, my music preferences, are stuck. And there's no easy way to get them out. And defining applications in a way that is conducive to data silos is good for advertisers and good for people who want to keep people on the platform. It's seen as a good thing in Silicon Valley, at least in the investor parlance, when people talk about the stickiness of a platform. once someone signs up, how hard it is for them to, how sticky is your platform, right? And if you have a platform that's not sticky enough, then people are not likely to invest in your product because, well, users could leave if, God forbid, they found something better. Therefore, data silos are a way to keep users on platform and generate revenue for a platform even when users might want to leave and use some other system. An architecture that does not allow or support data silos would define protocols and systems that keep users in control of the data they create and allow applications to connect to that and plug into it with user permission. When I am using my iPhone and I open up an app and it asks for my location, I am prompted and it says, this app would like to use your location, right? It's my location after all, and it's only this app that would like to use it temporarily, only while I'm using the app. So if we can do that with location, and if we can do that with access to your camera, access to the photos that it would like to access on your iPhone, why can't it do that with messages? Why can't it do that with videos, friends? Why can't apps just facilitate a window into the data that is held by the user? Why can't the user be in charge and be free to move between platforms? What if I had my messages, my photos? I mean, on my phone, I have my photos. On my computer, I have the photos folder, right? My emails, my friends, my videos. And when I want to share them with people, I authorize specific people to be able to access them. And then whatever application they use, they have access because they're still the same person. I mean, I imagine this. I upload a photo and it's like, well, you can look at this photo of me, but only if you use this certain app. If you use this other app that I don't use, then no, you can't. Only people who use the same app that I use get to be able to watch my videos. Only people that use the same photo viewer app, like Instagram, can see the things that I create. Doesn't that seem a little bit self-serving to the app and a little bit inconvenient for the people using it? So we have to ask ourselves, why do we have these data silos? What are the incentives that cause this system to exist, even at the expense of what users might want? And in order to answer that question, we have to go back in the history of computing a little bit. Back to before there was Facebook. Back to the beginning of when Google started in the late 90s. People have always needed a way to monetize their digital products and systems. And for a long time, there was no easy answer for that. And then people figured out, well, we can't accept a credit card payment when I run a Google search. That would be too costly. And it would also make it really difficult for people to make a Google search. I mean, paying, how much would you even charge? It would have to be a really, really small amount if you want to charge somebody with a credit card in order to make a Google search. So obviously that didn't work. Not at the time, anyways. We'll get to that. But they found out that people search for specific things. They talk to specific people. They have specific interests and preferences. And when we know these things, we can connect these people with things they might want to be sold. So advertising emerged as a way to monetize digital products and systems with user data. And the data became the currency by which people exchange value on the internet. You give us your data, we give you a product that you can use for free. And that system, over the course of a couple of decades, has evolved and gotten more, shall we say, precise with the things that it likes to know and collect and target. And the data has gotten much, much, much more. More people using the systems, more attributes of each person being collected every day, more advanced artificial intelligence algorithms used to process and sift through trillions of data points in order to optimize the monetization strategy for these digital products and systems. And the best way to get as much data as you can about people is to have a sticky platform, a platform that creates a data silo, where if you want to leave, you have to leave behind all of your hard work. You have to leave behind your friends. You have to leave behind the content you've spent so long trying to create, and all of the people who you've spent trying to convince them to subscribe to your channel, or follow you on Twitter, or connect with you through LinkedIn even. And all of these platforms are sticky. And they all generate massive amounts of data, and that data is used to monetize the digital products and services offered for sale on that platform. Now, what is offered for sale on LinkedIn? Well, or Twitter or YouTube? Well, you know, recently, talking end of 2022, beginning of 2023, YouTube started making everybody skip not one, but 2 ads at the beginning of every video. I've certainly noticed. I don't know if other people have. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just targeted at me that, you know, I'm in double trouble. I get it. I understand, Google, I do. Why you would put me in the double trouble box where I have to get 2 ads in front of my videos. But those are things being sold. And also, attention is being sold. The attention that people pay to these advertisements, to these products, not because they want to see them, but because they're there, they've been hooked into this network that has been created, this data silo that has been created. So those are the incentives that cause data silos to emerge when platforms need data to monetize digital products and services with targeted advertising. But there is a way to monetize digital products and services without advertising, directly. I would rather that these companies send me a bill for the cost of providing me the services that they provide, as does any other company, than to monetize my data with targeted advertising. There is a way of doing this, and it is being created. And it's similar to when you have a track phone or an old, you have minutes, and you can call whoever you want. And it all comes out of your minutes, and then at the end of the month you run out of minutes, you go buy more from the store, and you enter the code on your phone, and then you get the minutes. And you can talk to whoever you want again. Not just one person, not just one app, not just one system, but every app and every system plugging into the same user balance and deducting very small amounts of money whenever small actions such as searching or sending a message are facilitated by this application. And then the user stores the data on their device, and whenever an application wants to plug into it, they can if the user allows it. The user can share information directly with other people in a peer-to-peer manner. The user can make their data available only to those with authorization, explicitly. And they can make and receive small payments for the things they create and share, the things they consume and enjoy. This is a system of micropayment-based monetization of digital products and services that does not require data silos, does not require targeted advertising, does not require invasions of our privacy. And a monetization system like this that uses micropayments can be incorporated into a new version of the internet with better systems, better applications, better protocols that put users at the center instead of putting data at the center. A new version of the internet that provides these types of incentives, that breaks down data silos, that makes it so that people can pay directly. Because when people pay directly, they get what they directly value. And right now on the internet, there is a disconnect between the things that people value and the things that people get, because people do not pay directly. So we create a system, we rebuild the internet from the ground up in a way that allows people to pay directly for the things they create and consume. If I create a video, someone has to host that video. Someone has to make it available for people to see. I should have to pay for that. It doesn't cost a lot. Maybe it costs 3 cents per 1 gigabyte video per month. That's about the going rate for storage right now. 3 cents per 1 gigabyte video, which is 100 minutes of video, per month of storage, is not a lot. Would I rather pay 3 cents to do it, or would I rather create a system of incentives that keeps users locked into a model where they cannot access the things they most value if they go against what a platform wants them to do? Would I rather pay 3 cents to watch something, or be targeted and have my privacy invaded? These are questions that I cannot answer. These are questions that must be answered by the people who choose which systems they want to use. Do you want to use a version of the internet that protects your privacy and puts you at the center and makes you pay directly for the things you use? Or, and nothing in the world is free, do you want to pretend like you're getting something for free while introducing a bunch of externalities that will emerge and have emerged in the existing model, such as invasions of privacy, abuses of power, deplatforming, censorship, 1984, doublespeak, and all the rest? The kind of internet we want, the kind of world we want, the kind of platforms we want to engage with, these are all choices that every one of us has to make. Do I want to create videos on a platform that forces you to use the same platform in order to watch them? Or do I want you to be free to use whichever video viewing system you want, provided you pay me a small amount of money to watch a video? And that way I can continue to create what I want, and you're paying directly. And if you don't watch my video, if you click away from it, you don't pay. I don't make money. I didn't do something valuable. YouTube doesn't care if you click away from a single video after you've watched the ad. As long as you stay on there and watch another YouTube video. See, that's YouTube making money. Content gets better when content creators have to keep people engaged. And engagement comes from not just consuming and sitting there and getting something for free, but true engagement, true value. When you want to align something with what someone really values, you have them pay for it. So, data silos are one model for the web. But they are not the only model for the web. And there are alternatives, and people are building things, and people will continue to build things. And we will see what the future holds. So that's all I have to say in this one. Thank you for taking the time.